So we've got a very special presentation tonight, sponsor of our class here, the Hope Cup from Saving Hope Animal Rescue. Got a lot of our rescue animals here with us, including Hallie, a bulldog. Also got a representative here. Tell me your name.
Hi, I'm Katie.
And Katie, how long have you been with Saving Hope?
I started in college and I've been graduated for about 4 years, so a long time now.
And what do you do for Saving Hope?
I just work with the fostering organization and helping out with events.
And what does Saving Hope do?
Saving Hope is an animal rescue, so we take in animals and find fosters and adopters.
Cats and dogs?
Cats and dogs, yes.
Do you know about how many cats you've rescued this year?
Close to 1,000 cats, and then we're looking at about like 380 dogs.
That's just for 2021?
Yes.
That's impressive. And you've got big plans, I understand. The organization has purchased 14.8 acres to build.
Yes, a sanctuary. So that will be out in Aledo, Texas, and we're hoping to get the doors open as soon as possible.
Tell me what this place is going to be like. It sounds amazing, but I think the crowd might want to hear about it too.
Absolutely. So at the Saving Hope Sanctuary, it will be a safe place for cats and dogs to go to keep them out of shelters while we find permanent housing for them.
So right now, all the dogs under your care are with foster parents?
Yes.
And the goal is to have them in one central location so they can be adopted?
Yes, and just so we can take in more. Sometimes we get an intake so much that we have to close it from time to time just because we reach out to the community. So it will serve as a just secondary home for all. That way we can keep taking in more. We don't leave any out on the streets without us.
That's fantastic. My dog is a rescue. We call her Felicia because she is by Felicia. When she gets away from you, she's gone. She's very fast, and we got her in Frankfort, Kentucky, and we've loved her ever since about 3 years ago. I understand you have a similar story about Millie.
Yes, so I rescued from Saving Hope my precious Millie girl. I got her two summers ago, coming on 3 summers ago. She kind of just fell in my lap. She was staying at a foster's home, and the foster had to leave town. And I jumped in to foster her. I had fostered probably 20 dogs before that, so it was nothing new. As soon as I got to the house and saw her, I decided I was keeping her. So she's been with me ever since, and she's definitely a blessing to my family.
Sounds wonderful. And all of these dogs here with us tonight are up for adoption, or they are placed already?
They are up for adoption. So they are currently in some of these wonderful women's care right now, and we are looking for homes for these precious babies. We've got everything from puppies to senior dogs and cats as well. So pretty much all ages, and all of them need love, and they're all super cute.
You guys hear that? Super cute animals on site, up for adoption, cats and dogs.
We even have a couple of puppies that are in need of a foster home, so we would love for you to come and join our foster family and just bring in some puppies and give them love.
I heard puppies. Did anybody else hear puppies? Let me repeat this. There are puppies here, and they can go home with you tonight. Yeah. And you've got one of them here. What's this puppy's name?
Jack.
That's my name, too. That's fantastic. I love that. Jackie, do you want to go to Kentucky?
And Jack is up for adoption.
You guys hear that? Jack's up for adoption. This one, not mine. Ladies and gentlemen, a hand for Saving Hope. And again, there are puppies for adoption here walking around. If you'd like to come meet them, they'll be around in the stands and crowd and take home with you tonight.
Thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate it, and thank you for having us here.
Thank you for being with us.
Thanks, guys. Do catch up with these adoption pets. They'll have a look around the national barns by the warm-up, and we'll also send them around the concession ring as well over the course of the first round of jumping of our $20,000 Hope Cup Meter 40 winning round. A national jumper division. This winning round format will jump the first round of Anderson Lima and Nick Granat's track. Then we will bring back the best 10. If we have more than 10 clears, we bring back more than 10. If we have less than 10 clears, we bring back the best 10 scores based on faults and time. They carry forward any faults they score in the first round to what we call the winning round. They'll start the winning round in reverse order of merit, as I say, bringing forward those faults. So whoever jumps the best round here in the next hour or so will be the last to jump in the winning round with it all to play for. A 0 score in the fastest time will be the one going in with the whip hand to the winning round coming up. Thank you so much to Longines and Lugano. Longines are the official timekeeper and title partner of the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup Series, and of course that it means that we have the prestigious opportunity to host the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup Fort Worth here tomorrow night, and it is presented by our great partners Lugano Diamonds. Lugano Diamonds are fantastic supporters of equestrianism here in North America, and of course they have both brands, Longines and Lugano, have their luxury products on display in our VIP area here at the Fort Worth International. Do go along and check them out. 24 horse and rider combination is going to go to post. This is going to be a good class as well. $20,000 in the prize fund. We're going to see plenty of the riders part of our FEI International World Cup Tour here this weekend as well, against some of Texas's very best as well. All looking for a place in the winning round. It's going to be fast and furious right the way through. They've got to be fast in the first round to try and get the best of the draw, and then it's going to be clear and fast as they carry forward faults. We will have a minimum of 10 jumping in the winning round, but if we end up with more than 10 clears over this first round, all of the clears come back. What, Jack, what's that one with the bandana called? I like that one. The little brownie white one. No, over there. Near the clock. Back. Yeah, behind Derek. No, behind Derek.
It's a puppy, John.
No, but behind. Which concept of behind and in front do you not understand? That one. Yes.
This is Gibson, John. Gibson wants to fly back with you this week. He would love to go to the UK. Hi, I'm Gibson, and I want to see England. It's adorable. He's got an underbite. He'll fit right in. Bad dentistry work.
Right, enough of that. So the time allowed just now confirmed, 83 seconds for the $20,000 Hope Cup, a meter 40 winning round competition, and we are just moments away from having our first horse and rider combination coming down to us, and it's going to be a World Championship level rider, Olympians, World Championship level riders, and features of our international field time and time again coming forward in our final class of the day here at the Fort Worth International. Can we clear the arena, please? Clear the arena. We are just going to bring our first athlete up, so if we could ask you please to conclude your course walk, and we will be letting our first one into the ring for a 4:35 start. Well, here we go. We're going to have an Australian rider as our first to go, based out of Ocala, Florida, where he's been since 2018 when he made his championship debut for Australia at the World Equestrian Games in Tryon, North Carolina. This is Akita Eindecken and Rowan Willis. Comfortably inside the 83 seconds time allowed, 73.112. Rowan Willis and Akita Eindecken. Tough to go first, knowing exactly what's going to be needed. And Akita Eindecken and Rowan Willis will be clear, so we'll see them back in the winning round. But where will 73.112 rank them in the starting order for the winning round? So Pro Elite Equestrian with the pale blue, the blue-green and white and black going up towards the VIP deck is our first fence. They throw their way right the way around, as you've just seen from Rowan Willis, and then finishing this line. This is going away from the in-gate, the Lugano Diamonds Dove Grey Vertical, which will be all of the maximum meter 40, maybe even a shade over, and up then to the Longines Watch Faces Oxford to conclude the round. So Connor 6'9" is going to be our next to go. Olivia Cliver is coming down through the chute here to the Will Rogers Memorial Coliseum. Olivia with Connor by the Holsteiner sire Connor, and this is the property of On the Mark Equestrian LLC. The 8-year-old Connor, Olivia Cliver, 22:18. Coming home with the 4 faults then, Olivia Cliver, 77.449. Olivia will now have to count on there maybe being less than 10 clear rounds to maybe sneak through into the winning round, but if she does, she will carry those 4 faults forward. The next to go is going to be Sarah Boyd. Sarah, we're going to change the time allowed to 80 seconds, 80 seconds in the first round. Just if you could raise a hand to acknowledge the change of time allowed. Sarah, if you could just acknowledge we're changing the time allowed to 80 seconds, 80. Sarah. Thank you. Sarah Boyd and Kidano next to go. The Mecklenburg by Kidam's Ruben. Kidano, number 2291, will be the hoping to join Rowan Willis on the clear and inside the new time allowed of 80 seconds. So 12 jumping faults, time faults as well for Sarah Boyd and Kidano. At this national level, they come in at 1 for each second over. So it's going to be a total of 31 faults for Kidano and Sarah Boyd. Well, another one for Australia now, an Olympian in our field as well. This is McCaw, MVN2. Katie Laurie is our next to go. Katie with Carissa McCall's McCaw. Katie Laurie and McCaw are going to be just our second clear. Our two clears are both for Australian Championship riders. Katie's a little bit slower, 77.420, so Rowan Willis and Nikita Eindecken still have the best of the draw for the winning round. And as a clear, they're guaranteed to come back. Frank Owens is going to be our next in the ring. Frank with GS Holdings LLC's Just Jeremy ES. Just Jeremy ES is a 7-year-old by the Dutch Warm Blood stud book by the great sire Cannon. Frank Owens and Just Jeremy are our latest clear round, and 74.898 is the second best. So they split up those two Australian Championship riders. Frank is now second best, and as I keep saying, with the clear, guaranteed to come back onto this winning round format. Avery Eriksson takes up the challenge now. Avery owns and rides Chaco Lay. Chaco Lay is an Oldenburger by Chaco Blue. Avery Eriksson, Chocolate 77.882. Even at this early stage, difficult to maybe see a scenario where we'll have an 8 fault back, but nothing's over till it's over. When we know what our best 10 scores are, or more than 10 clears coming back for the winning round. Well, Hunter Holloway, Hunter, who's been Maclay Medal champion here in the United States and has picked up a win this year on the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup Series. Hunter with Dana de Kerdelin for Sigma Stables LLC. The Sol Francais by Milord Cartago. We're just going to get the front rail put back up on 4A, Hunter, and we'll give you the tone. Clear in 76.448 for Hunter Holloway and Dana de Kerdelin. She's on a roll at the moment. Hunter was winner with us also this year in Colorado on the Split Rock Jumping Tour. 76.448, going to be into third best at the moment. Still Rowan Willis is the one to beat to try and get the best of the draw for the winning round. As we'll take forward our next to start. This is going to be Lexus Arbuckle. Lexus with Bridgeport Farms LLC's Belgian Sport Horse, Hangover Chavanais. Lexus Arbuckle and Hangover Chavanais will call it a day. Not quite the round of jumping that they were hoping for here in the first part of our winning round format. Aquilio Investment LLC sends us our next combination. This is one from the Hanoverian sire Van Helsing. This is Untouchable 3-2 and Joshua Tabor. Joshua Tabor and Untouchable will be our 9th to show, hoping to join those 4 currently on the 0 score. Rowan Willis leading with Akita Eindecken 73-112. Finishing there with a total of 8 for Joshua Tabor and Untouchable. 8 faults in 74.952, so sits 6th best on our ranking at the moment. Well, taking us up towards halfway through, the starting draw is going to be Matt Seifert. Matt, another one from right here in Texas. Matt owns and rides Lochinvar. Lochinvar has been a tremendous servant to Matt over the years. 17 years young now, the great Lochinvar has been such a good Grand Prix horse for Matt. Elects to retire here on course in the Coliseum this afternoon. We're going to go on to Hanley Morrison next. Hanley with Blaze of Glory. Riding for Carson Grisham. Blaze of Glory is another British bred horse from the Anglo-European stud book. Hanley and Blaze Glory, they will have the 2 down, 8 faults in 79.809, and that will go into 8th best at the moment. Still 4 clears at the head of affairs. We're going to go on to Gatsby next to go. Gatsby, another one by Chaco Blue. The Oldenburger stud book sends us this 15-year-old Gatsby, number 2252, owned and ridden by Laurel Walker. Oh, just going to be waiting for the great Gatsby. Rowan Willis, Frank Owens, Hunter Holloway, Katie Laurie. Those are our 4 clears at the moment. Rowan still the fastest, despite being first around the course, 73.112. So here she is, Gatsby, owned and ridden by Laurel Walker, 22.52. Can they be clear round number 5? So Laurel and Gatsby will have just the 4 faults, 78.477 on the clock. Going to be one of our faster 4s. Currently sits 6th best on the ranking. Another Olympian in our starting field here of the Hope Cup, the meter forward winning round competition this afternoon. It's Tiffany Foster, 2-time Canadian Olympian, and she rides 5 Roosters, Daisy de Beaufort. 16 for jumping, 1 for time for Tiffany Foster and Daisy de Beaufort. It'll be a total of 17 here in the first round of our Hope Cup. Well, a winner already with us this week in Fort Worth. We welcome back Texas-based rider Martin van der Heuven and Lancelot van der Heffings. Martin riding this one for Martin Huygens, the Belgian warm blood by Diamant de Semi. Clear in 78.695. Martin van der Heuven goes 5th of our 5 clears at the moment, but guaranteed to come back. Onto this format, all of our clears come back, and if we have less than 10 clears, we'll bring forward some with faults, and they'll carry the faults through. If we have more than 10 clears, all the clears come back, starting the winning round on 0. Nicolosi is next to go. Jordan Gilchrist riding for Sydney Murdoch. Jordan has been having a fantastic week with us here at Fort Worth as well. As Nicolosi is bred from one of the Scandinavian studbooks by Bleshberg's Kudi. Well, the current leader in our Horseflight Fist Pump Challenge, Jordan, we thought you were going to do a little bit of flying without wings there a couple of times. Nicolosi and Jordan Gilchrist, though, will be 16 jumping faults here in the first round of the Hope Cup. Next to go is the horse in the ownership of Nicole Pedersen. This is Brooke Pedersen riding Fast Flow. Fast Flow, another one from the Belgian Warm Blood stud book, number 2358. Twelve for jumping then for Brooke Pedersen and Fast Flow. So straight outside the top 10, ranks 11th at this stage. About 3/4 of the way through the starting draw of the Hope Cup. Going to go to Caitlin Brooke Epperson next to go. Caitlin owns and rides the Westphalian-bred Avatar by Arpeggio. Twelve faults, 79,661 total for Caitlin Brooke Epperson and Avatar 18. DS Holdings sends us Frank Owens aboard Malibu next to here. Malibu, the Swedish warm blood gelding, 11 years old this one, 23.53 on the master list and hoping to join our 5 current clear rounds. Just that one down, 4 faults, 78.119. Might they be coming back for the winning round? Currently ranked 7th, Frank Owens and Malibu, our highest ranked 4 faulter, is in 6th place. And remember, if they do finish this round with faults and they're eligible for the winning round, they do carry them forward. Savannah Hemby is next to go, riding Todd Minicus LLC's Juju VDM, a warm blood by the sire of so many 5-star jumpers in our sport, Toulon. Savannah Hemby and Juju VDM will be another one on the 4 faults. They, in fact, take over 6th place as our fastest 4 faulter, 74.336 on the clock. That's actually our 2nd fastest over the track overall. But Rowan Willis and Akita Eindecken are still the one to beat, 73.112 for anyone looking for the best of the draw in the winning round to come. Well, let's see how many are going to go clear and get into that winning round. Mitch Endicott is going to be our next to go. Chakrabat is the ride. Chakrabat, no surprise, this one by Chaco Blue. Mitch Endicott riding for Bridgeport Farms. 8 faults in the 75.392, goes immediately outside the qualification zone. 11th best for Mitch Endicott and Chakrabat. Coco Chanel M is our next to go, the warm blood mare by Cristallo. This is Luis Sabino Gonçalves. Luis Sabino with Christine Lovitz. Coco Chanel, the rider, the championship rider for Portugal. That is very, very fast. 71.610 and just 4 faults for Luis Sabino Gonçalves. Goes 6th best and he is guaranteed to come back. So Luis will be back with faults. We just have the 5 clears at the moment and only 3 left to show. So that means that Luis Sabino Gonçalves and Savannah Hemby, by my calculations, rough calculations, provisionally through to the winning round, carrying 4 faults each. Legolas P is going to be our next to go. Nicholas Gamboa for October Hill Farm Incorporated. October Hill and Nicholas Gamboa for Colombia. Legolas P, a Belgian warm blood by Zandor. $73,293, but it's clear and straight through for Nick Gamboa and Legolas P. That gives us 6 clear rounds. At 73,293, Nick will sit just behind Rowan Willis. Can anyone overtake Rowan and get that 10th and final spot in the winning round drawn order? Remember, they will come back in reverse order of merit. So Rowan, as fastest clear round so far, will be 10th back in the ring. Natalie Petchening's going to go next. Con Spirit is the ride for Natalie, who's based right here in Texas. Petchening show jumping is the ownership of this one. Con Spirit, the Westphalian 15-year-old. Natalie Petchening and Con Spirit, it is going to be at 12 jumping faults, unfortunately, so that puts them straight out of contention. It's going to hand a place in the winning round to Olivia Cliver and Connor 69, 4 faults in 77.449. So that's the target. As Katie Laurie comes back to us, Katie is back already with McCaw MVN because she was clear. Now Katie rides Esteban MVN, and Esteban MVN needs to be clear or 4 faults faster than 77.449 to guarantee to come back. Katie Laurie, last to go in the first round. Not only does she qualify 2 through, she qualifies them both on that 0 score. Katie Laurie will finish 3rd best on our leaderboard. McCaw, her other ride, sits 6th best of what we ended up with 7 clear rounds. So the riders coming back with 4 faults will be Luis Sabino Gonsalves, Savannah Hemby, and Olivia Cliver. 7 clears, 3 on 4 faults. So they are within that single rail, and the faults carry forward. So it is quite a dynamic winning round coming up here. But Katie Laurie and Esteban, 3rd best, 73.967. Rowan Willis is the one to beat at the moment. Akita Eindecken. The time, of course, drops away, so all Rowan has won now is the opportunity to carry forward, no penalties, and to ride last, knowing exactly what he has to do to try and take the lion's share of the $20,000 prize fund in our meter 40 winning round, the Hope Cup here at the Fort Worth International. Well, our team from ESI Footing just getting the Coliseum here set right back up to tip-top condition, ready for 10 to come back to us in the Hope Cup. Let's have a look around the track. We're going to start out over fence 1, as it was, Pro Elite, but from there we go on a new track. We turn back around, left-handed around the top of the ring, looking for a quick line to the split rock, jumping to a Liverpool, the water tray. Then it's down to the Vitalize at number 10. Then, from the Vitalize at number 10, it's 4AB, the grey, blue and white with the Space Needle wings alongside the edge of the ring. Then a tight rollback turn to the Dalman Jump Company Skinny Oxer at 3. We'll pick up a time check there as well on their way to the final line. It's going to be 7 and then 8B, so they'll jump the Wrestling Kiss at 7 and then push down that related distance all the way to the second part of what was the Swiss cheese double at 8A, 8B. So 8B is the remaining element. 48 seconds the time allowed, but really it's about being clear and as fast as possible. And of course, if they do end up with a rail, breathing down their neck will be those first 3 who bring forward 4 faults from the first round. So back to the action. We welcome forward our first of 10, one of 3 bringing back 4 faults from the first round of the Hope Cup winning round. Wish them all the very best of the luck and put your hands together here for our first to go. This is Connor 69, Olivia Cliver. You have to try. Olivia Cliver and Connor 69 will have 3 down, 12 for jumping. It's going to be a 2-round total of 16 for Olivia and Connor. So who will deliver? 38.779, by the way, was her time across the ground. Who will deliver our first clear here over this shortened course for the winning round? The turn now of Juju VDM for Todd Minikis Limited. This is Savannah Hemby, also bringing forward 4 faults. Well, that's a good round. Savannah Hemby and Juju VDM, 35.091 on the clock. They add nothing to their first round, 4 faults. They are the ones to beat here, and they are absolutely breathing down the neck of all the clears. They could move right up here. So on to Portuguese Championship rider, a man who's won the Nations Cup Grand Prix at his home Nations Cup show in Lisbon, Portugal on numerous occasions. Riding Coco Chanel M, it is Luis Sabino Gonçalves. Lewis is the final rider on our start list for the winning round to bring forward 4 faults. It's clear and it's fast. 33.275 for Luis Sabino Gonçalves and Coco Chanel. So with 0 in the winning round, he is also on 4. But 33.275, he could easily be moving up the order. So we've dealt with those who've brought forward faults. Now it is the time for those who are so far on a clean sheet. Championship riders, international riders, and winners with us already this week at the Fort Worth International to come, amongst those who scored 0 in the first round. So Martin van der Hoeven is going to be the first to come forward with nothing against them in the first round. Bringing forward 0 with Lancelot van der Heffik, a combination that have been winners here already in the Will Rogers Coliseum this weekend. Well, the one thing that Martin van der Hoeven has done for definite is close the door on all of those who brought forward faults. It's double clear for Martin here today. 35.820 is not a bad time at all. Have we already seen our winner of the Hope Cup? One more time, ladies and gentlemen, definitely deserving your applause. Martin van der Hoeven, double clear. Well, Katie Laurie is going to have 2 in the draw for this winning round. Katie jumped clear on both of her horses. This is the one ranked lowest based on time in that first round. Can she be double clear? Can she be faster than 35.820? Australian Olympian Katie Laurie and McCaw, MVN. Shame, a difficult middle sector of the course there for Katie Laurie and McCaw MVN. They're going to have 2 down, 8 faults, and you can see how this dynamism in this winning round plays out, because Luis Sabino Gonçalves and Savannah Hemby both now move up. Katie Laurie sits 4th best with a 2-round total of 8. Well, now with Dana de Kerdlen, a rider who is the winner of our Split Rock Jumping Tour Grand Prix in Colorado this summer, and a winner recently on the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup circuit as well. Dana de Kerdlen, and for the USA, Hunter Holloway. What a brilliant second sector of the course. She was just 0.14 of a second up going into the double at 4. Ends up more than a second in front. Hunter Holloway, Dana de Kerdlen, double clear in a time of 34.525 to hold the lead with just 4 remaining. First of those 4 remaining will be Frank Owens. Frank with DS Holdings LLC's Just Jeremy ES. They need to be between 15 and 16 seconds going to the double at 4, and they of course need to be overall faster than 34.525. $37,462, the single rail for Frank Owens. It's overall 4 faults for 2 rounds, and Frank will drop behind the 4 faults of Luis Sabino Gonçalves and Savannah Hemby. 2 double clears leading the way, Hunter Holloway and Martin van der Hoeven. Luis Sabino Gonçalves sitting 3rd with a 2-round total of 4. Nicholas Gamboa is going to move up. Thank you so much, Nick, for keeping the class rattling along. Of course, Katie with Laurie with 2 to ride. This is Nicholas Gamboa with October Hill Farm Incorporated's Legolas P. Legolas and Nick will take on the leading time of 34.525. Oh, Nick, who was a fraction in front at the time check, ends up 2/3 of a second back on Hunter Holloway's time. Nicholas Gamboa and Legolas end up second best as things currently stand on that double clear, 35-18. Hunter Holloway flies the flag for the United States of America at the moment at the head of affairs. Our two remaining riders are both for Australia. Hunter sitting pretty there at the top of our dynamic leaderboard in front of the digital podium. Martin van der Hoeven has been bumped down to third, whilst Nick Gamboa's seat waits for him to come back from his horse. So will we be hearing the Star Spangled Banner or Advance Australia Fair as the national anthem for the Hope Cup winning round? Well, back one more time with a second qualified ride. This is Esteban MVN2 and Australian Olympian Katie Laurie. Well, ending up just over half a second down, Esteban MVN2 and Katie Laurie. They will end up in second place as things currently stand. Hunter Holloway and Dana de Keerdlen remain in with a chance of taking the win here. Hunter qualifying middle of the draw in terms of the first round, but she has turned in a clean pair of heels, that is for sure. 34.525 is the time to beat, as Katie Laurie gives us another double clear, bringing us up to 4 double clears here over Anderson Lima's Hope Cup meter 40 winning round track. You can see the juggler riders on the digital podium again as Nick Gamboa moves down to third place. Thanks for our riders for playing along with this and leaving their horses so quickly to come and just give this extra aspect to our competition here at the Fort Worth International. And here she is, Katie Laurie, stepping onto the digital podium as well now to take her seat in second best. One rider to go. USA versus Australia remains the challenge here. He was very first in the ring in the first round. He's the very last in the ring in the winning round. Right, Akita Eimdecken. It is a rider who has won the Nations Cup Grand Prix of the United States of America. Australia's Rowan Willis. Wow, he's fast. 34.160 there. Oh, Rowan Willis and Akita Eimdecken, but the front rail off the split rock jumping to a Liverpool costs him the win. 6th place in the final analysis for Rowan. So he will actually drop behind the 2-round total of 4 faults for Luis Sabino Gonçalves, who moves right up with Coco Chanel to top 5. Martin van der Hoeven will take 4th, double clear. Nicholas Gamboa double clear for 3rd. Esteban MVN and Katie Laurie taking 2nd. And the winner of the Hope Cup meter 40 winning round is going to be Dana de Caird-Len, double clear for Hunter Holloway. Here they are, our top 8 from this Hope Cup meter 40 winning round competition, the culmination of the national tour here today at the Fort Worth International here in the Will Rogers Coliseum. Leading them in is going to be Frank Owens and Just Jeremy ES. 4 faults over 2 rounds for 8th best. Taking 7th will be Savannah Hemby with Juju VDM. 4 faults over 2 rounds also for first to go, Rowan Willis and Akita Eindeken, Australia. Portugal's Luis Sabino Gonçalves and Coco Chanel will take top 5 with 4 faults picked up just in the first round. A cracking winning round from Luis Sabino. Winner here already this week, Lancelot van der Heffik and Martin van der Hoeven jump double clear and end up in eventual 4th position. Double clear for Nicholas Gamboa and Legolas P to take third. Double clear for Katie Laurie and Esteban MVN2 for Australia in second. But the winner, she's been the winner already in the international tour this week as well, from Kansas, but again, a great relationship with the great state of Texas. Your winner of the Hope Cup Meter 40 winning round is Dana de Keerdlen and Hunter Holloway. Derek Braun, president and founder of the Split Rock Jumping Tour, accompanied by Damar Shuto and Debbie Head for the presentation of our Hope Cup. And congratulations to these fantastic athletes down the line. Well, if we'd like to have the grooms forward for all of our top three, once our presentation party have congratulated them on horseback, we'll be ready for our podium presentation, a traditional part of the Split Rock Jumping Tour since our very first Grand Prix back in 2015 in Lexington, Kentucky. Tomorrow night's Longines FEI Jumping World Cup Fort Worth, presented by Lugano Diamonds, will be the 29th Grand Prix run under the Split Rock banner in those 6 years. So let's have our top three dismount, please. Thank you for those stepping in to hold these three wonderful horses. And let's fill up our podium. To take third place on the podium, we welcome forward Nicholas Gamboa and October Hill Farms' Legolas P. Our second place finisher, two qualified through to the winning round, Australian Olympian Katie Laurie, Esteban. But she knows the way. She's been on Split Rock podiums, including for the Grand Prix in Colorado this summer. Taking the win here today in the Hope Cup with Dana de Keerdlen, it's the United States of America's Hunter Holloway. Damar Shuto, Debbie Head and Derek Braun alongside for the photographs that will capture this memory. Winslow Show Photography capturing this moment. And ladies and gentlemen, to seal the deal on this moment as well and record it in history, could we ask you please to rise as we honor the nation of our winner with the playing of the national anthem of the United States of America. Such an international podium as well, with Nicholas Gamboa there for Colombia, Katie Laurie for Australia, Hunter Holloway, the United States of America. A fantastic class here for the award of the Hope Cup, the Meter 40 winning round, the $20,000 national jumper division here with us this afternoon. And we're going to get our top three back aboard because for the final time here on Friday at the Fort Worth International, it's going to be time for a lap of honor. Tomorrow, we've got 5 more national divisions that will set the scene for a great day of sport, but it is all about that focus, laser focused in on a 7:30 start for the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup Fort Worth, presented by Lugano Diamonds tomorrow night. If you're coming for the evening session, doors are at 5:30, and we'll have a build-up to the competition right the way through from 6:45. It looks like everyone is safely settled. It's time for Hunter Holloway to lead the way, and she knows the way so well. Wearing the blue ribbon as victor, Hunter Holloway, Dana de Keerdlen, the United States of America. followed by Katie Laurie, the only rider to qualify 2 through to the winning round. Nicholas Gambeau with October Hill Farms Legolas. Martin van der Hoeven and Lancelot van der Heffik. Luis Sabino Gonçalves making the best of the winning round format, moving right up to 5th. Rowan Willis and Akita Eindeck in 6th. Savannah Hemby and Juju 7th. And Frank Owens and Just Jeremy ES here with us in the ring, taking that 8th spot. Great job for Hunter there with Sigma Stables LLC's Dana de Cadlen. Again, one of the younger horses in our stable. We'll be seeing Hunter maybe with this one in international divisions next year. She has just been rocketing up the world rankings this summer. 3 Grand Prix victories this summer before then moving into the winter circuit and taking that Longines FEI Jumping World Cup qualifier. And with it, the 20 points that puts her right on the path to those finals in Leipzig next spring. And clearly has that in mind because she's here with us in Fort Worth to try and pick up more points and seal the deal on a place in those finals in Germany. Hunter Holloway, our winner today of our final competition. Thank you so much for being part of our show here today. Please do have a very safe trip home, and we hope you'll come and join us tomorrow for all the action, but if not, for the very least, for the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup Fort Worth, presented by Lugano Diamonds. Well, just a moment or two's time, we're going to have Jack Nash catch up with Hunter and have her tell us about this winning round format. And it really was balanced on a dime, because I can tell you, you could see that those riders who came through carrying the forts, they were just one rail away. Luis Sabino Gonçalves really capitalized, moving up into the top 5 in the competition. But 4 were able to hold off his advance with double clears. Martin van der Hoeven, Nick Gamboa, Katie Laurie and Hunter Holloway. But the times as well, you just see the differing abilities, the differing dynamics of the competition, with that very vast time coming in from Akita Eindecken and Rowan Willis, a time that would have been good enough for the win if he hadn't had that early rail in the competition.
Hunter,
Yes.
3 wins in just as many days, 2 of them on the same horse. This format is a little different. You know you're going to jump off against 9 other people instead of 1 or 2. Did you change the plan from winning on her earlier in the week versus tonight?
No, not really. Just put in a nice, consistent, clear round, and then the jump off. We're still getting to know each other, but took a chance a little bit and went for it.
Love that. I want to show you some stats here. Texas versus the world. We're at 12-5, and you are 3 of the worlds. Texas should fear you. I mean, are you afraid of Texas?
No, I like it here in Texas, though. I can't say I'm afraid of it.
Are you? Does it feel good having the week you've had going into tomorrow night's World Cup qualifier?
Yes, absolutely. You know, it's been a great week. I have great owners, sponsors, and a great team of people that really make it possible.
That's exactly what we want to hear. We want to see you back up on this podium. We're glad you're here again. And hey, world, you guys need to help out your MVP here. So once again, congratulations, Hunter Holloway.
Thank you very much.